gonna press the record button and not figure it out. Hello, Travis. How are you? I guess maybe changing the audio settings, should have something. I don't think she'll reply, though. Alright, I'll turn that down just a little bit. A little loud in my head. Yeah. I have died. Alright, alright, now we're a decent size, at least. I did not have time to set up her hands. I took a nap, because I was eepy. Because I had a hard time winding down after stream yesterday. Alright, so, where were we? We did our to-dos. So let's look at our scribble real quick. Looking at our scribble. Alright, cool. Alright, so, looking at this, we got our state machine set up. Well, the placeholder for the temp machine. Don't defrag. True. Alright, so we have the AI machine here, or AI state. The state machine here. We have our configs already. So we got our configs. So now we need to start on the bot response stuff. Where is that? We should probably, like, move that up, maybe? I forgot that's what I picked. That's terrific. I don't know how that ended up on the bottom, though. That's great. It's Pikachu. No, don't want to move her. Just this, please. There we go. Now it's on top next time. We can replay it so you can actually see it. Alright. I think this is the page. It'll be fun. Recent events. Which what? There we go. I got it. Okay. Alright. Played WoW all day? What is wrong with you? That's awful. Who does that to themselves? Alright, so we need to do we're gonna start on the... Let's just set up the user input real quick. That one should be pretty fast. The interactivity will be the real challenge, but if we can set up the CSS for that. Spaceman. I'll raging like a maniac. Spaceman. Oh yeah, I can't do... From previous conversations, I can't do the Diet Cherry Zero Pepsi. It makes my face go numb. Or the Coke, anyways. I don't know German. Name is Zacko. Also, I realized singing on the way home that my voice is a little sore from yesterday. So Flamewell's going to have to actually, like, practice getting used to talking all the time. And, I need to actually practice not hurting myself metal singing. Alright. Let me know if the music gets too loud. Alright, let's do these. So... We'll just make the user input widget, probably just be an input box. I guess we could technically do this, but I don't want it to grow. And then do we limit the context? I think we have to limit it to probably 20. 96 times 2? 4? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have no brain. I no brain! I just bash face against thing until thing work. Alright. So we'll put that, it'll just float at the bottom of the page. So let's just use... We're probably just going to want it to span 3 and 4, just like the other one does. So let's get rid of row 3. Or no, we want row 4, 3, and 2. So we'll get rid of 3. And then... Height! Prettier, why? What did I do to you? What did I do wrong? Alright, so we want this guy. Alright, he... I don't know about that. Where is... Didn't I have ones where they were already spanning 2 columns? Or did I disable that? Doesn't sound like a thing I would do, surely. Yeah, it is. There it is. Yeah, so this guy and this guy. Oh, we can just cheat then, I guess. Let's do this. We need that one. We need this one. And then we'll need to add 4 to that. So we'll just put that above everything else. I'm a hyper, you're pretty and I like ya. Move your body, girl, all night long. Hyper, you're pretty and I like ya. Movie, my girl, all night long. There's a fire on the floor every time we hit the club. Moves hypnotize me, gotta love it. Or my girl, you're everything I want. I would give my soul for a pretty girl like you. Alright, so let's inspect this real quick and see if that worked correctly. Alright, hey, then I'm living for you. I don't think that's what I was looking for. Something has gone wrong. Oh, because they're so big. Yeah, because this one widget's so big, it's eating all the other rows. Yeah, because there's nothing in these rows to populate it. Okay, that's fair. All night long, there's a fire. Look away, I'm addicted to your smile. Dance for me, girl, go to love it. Yeah, because this thing should not be this big. He should probably be broken up, I guess. Let us see this, check that ass. So, row 1, column 4... should span grid row He's gonna end up being 1/-1. Yeah, there we go. So that should fix the grid to actually be something meaningful again. Yeah, so we'll just have him span the entire breadth of the application. All right, so let's grab that so I don't have to retype it. Whew. I am very excited to be here. All right, so that is row 1, column 4. Step getting closer to you. Step by step getting closer to you. Dance, baby, dance. Dance? Wanna work. Oh, no. There we go. All right, so this one spans 2 like it's supposed to, right? And then if we go to row 3, 2, he's not where he needs to be. Okay, man, grids are tricky. All right, so row 2, column 2, he is where he needs to be. Row 2, column 4 doesn't exist anymore. Hyper, pretty and I like, yeah. All right, row 2, column 4 can go. He's dead now. Yeah, because we won't use him even if I fix this. I don't think. We'll just comment him out for now, just in case we need him. I don't want to just completely delete him. All right, let's go back to our elements here. Figure out where everything is. So these are fine, and then we got 4, and then we have 1, and then 2 should take up 2, which he does. 3 is fine. This guy takes up 2 like he's supposed to. He can be coded out, so 3, column 4 can be commented out for now. And we'll probably clean these up as we go. I don't necessarily need them. I wish it didn't collapse everything every time, but okay. All right. That one does 2 columns, 4, 3, and then he would need to be commented out. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so that... Oh, it changed colors now that it's not fucky. Okay. So it was orange when everything was overflowing. Check that out. Let's go back again. See, it's a different color because it's fucked up, right? So if I then undo that or redo that... Oh, no, it just changes colors randomly. Okay, never mind. I thought that was telling me something useful, but it was not. The downside is because I have the split screen thing going on, it's going to be a little bit more tricky. So we may end up being like this for a while, where we're just maximized to play with it, because this would be the ideal. And you know what, let's adjust the column widths and just fix that. I think maybe if we just fix that, we can play with it more. And we got to remember that this widget will eventually go away, and it'll be a lot thinner, I think. So it might be okay. So basically, we have a text box that we can type in from here to here. Already here with you. So how would that work? So essentially, just like this one, this is gonna go down this way and eat up all this space. Yeah, I don't need the console yet. So essentially, this guy, row 1, column 1, will merge to 3 and then take up the entire space. No, we wanna be down 1. Yeah, so this guy essentially will just go all the way to the ground and push the other ones out of the way, essentially. And then we would shrink this bottom row to be fairly small. But we may not even use the bottom row because we're about to make the widget that floats. Let's see. Does this span 2? All right, so let's just go into this guy and make our chat box. Make me one too. I'm so hungry. I should have made foods. All right. Might do that later though. It'll be fun. Worst case, gotta wait for when the AC isn't running and then go do that. Yeah, we'll get there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everyone. Okay, so let's make our chat widget. Let's go back to our Bing example and see how Bing does it. Because we may just emulate that. I didn't capture this. No, I did. Timeout. My love with everyone around. I wanna spread some love. Feeling the beat. Yeah, so something like this. Less rounded. No microphone. None of this stuff. Yeah, so this would be a floating component. I like how they did the shadow here. They've got like a light drop shadow on here to make it look like it's floating. You'll make me one too? Oh, thank you. You're my hero. Gonna get bro. I just wanna with everyone. Alright. So that's what they're doing. I don't know that we're gonna quite do it that way, but I do like this feel. Let's see, what does a iPhone screen? Alright, I just need a picture of the current one. This might be the other option. Motherfucker, get out of here. I just wanted the picture. Jerk. So something like Control Shift, invert, delete. So something like that, maybe? I like this better. I like this feel. It would just be kind of like this round box that you can type in. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. So that would just be a regular input. But then, do we give the user the ability to hit on enter? Alright. So in here, essentially, we would have a... Do we make it a form? I guess it doesn't fucking matter. It might make it easier. I don't know, man. Let's just do it for giggles. No, it's gonna yell at me. It's gonna yell at me. Yeah, we're not gonna use a form because it's just gonna yell at me and I'm gonna be sad. I guess you should have to have it so that the user has to... How do you work, bro? Much about you on the worst damn nightmare. I don't care. Yeah, it looks like it's just enter. Yeah, so that looks like it just lets you hit enter, but I guess that just takes away your ability to do like complex stuff without just pasting it fancy. That's fine. Yeah, I can live with that. Down. Just to make it less annoying to use. Is there just like a floating div somewhere that you have an issue with? So if I do input now, will you do it? No, it's still... I have a broken fucking extension is what I have. Maybe that'll get its shit figured out. That's just garbage. It should tell me if there's a floating something in here, and it just isn't. Input, hashtag main prompt, ID, and then it'll just be main prompt input probably. That's probably fine. I turn them down. And then an input can just be self-closed if I want. Alright, so there's my little input. You can see him down here. And he looks okay. He's definitely not anywhere near what we would need. Style-wise. Oh, and that is my alarm to tell me to get up to stream. With your heart stop. I'll make your heart stop. Make your heart stop. Make your heart stop. We'll give this a placeholder. Because I want to burn them down. What is your... Did you give up on me? It gave up on me. There we go. So now it says talk to me. We're just going to style this. We're not actually going to give it a label or any of that jazz. So let's just grab... How low was that? Do we remember? Like, is it like right at the bottom? Yeah, it's pretty much at the bottom. Fire on the song every time you hit the club. Your body moves, hypnotize me, gotta love it. Alright, so we're gonna put this above the to-dos because the to-do lists are supposed to get deleted. Put your hands up, and let me see you shake your ass. I want that juice on your lips. Position, I think it's just sticky. And then we'll give it a Z index of 1. It'll be the top one now. Tonight. Okay, so C index of 0. Top is 0, I think. We'll move it, right? Will that move it? No. Alright, so... see, shake that ass, right? Alright, that did not... This doesn't work for some reason. I think it's... Sing for me, and I'm Alright, this guy. I think his div has to float. I don't think it's him. I think this thing has to say position sticky. I think the div has to be the sticky. Turn, on the dance floor, baby. And then we'll turn overflow off. Let's see. Let's turn off overflow here. Just for the time being. On the dance floor, baby. Yeah, so you see how he's not staying, or he's staying put? That's not the behavior we're talking about. Yeah, that's not sticky. Alright, so that did not listen. So let's inspect him and figure out why he's not listening. I think... Taste. Alright, so row 4, column 2. I'm waiting before. Alright, so he doesn't need to be here. Alright, so then we'll do dot row 4, column 2, position relative? Or is it absolute? Does that mean I can now move this thing, or night long? Okay, yeah, this is doing nothing. Alright. I do not remember. Alright, let's ask this thing. See, that's the behavior I was looking for. Okay, it wants something other than 0, maybe? Alright, let's try that again. Maybe I'm just being incorrect. not even the sun. The sun. We are the party people. Baby. Top. Let's just do 15 rem just for now, just to see if it moves. And then we'll get rid of the position absolute here. No. Maybe it just doesn't work on input elements. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. It's probably because it's in a grid. I think the grid's overriding it. So we just essentially need to take this div out of the grid. So we're just going to change his name completely. So this guy is now going to become the prompt div. All right, prompt div. Main prompt div. Oh, baby. All right, there we go. So now he shouldn't be locked. All right, so we'll just move him down to the bottom. All right, and so in this case, we could do an ID or the class, but as a general rule, like I said, I like to make, if it's a class, we do styles to it, and if it's I got your div right here! Teehee. All right, so did that fix that or no? No, that doesn't. Let's make top 0 and see what happens. All right, so, oh, I know why. I know what's happening. 98 dynamic view height, if I were to take a guess. Yeah. So it's gonna try and stick to be that. But it doesn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to stay. So that's just not gonna work. All right, so we'll just do position absolute. That'll be fine. And then no matter what, so now he's floating. The downside is he loses the elasticity in his block, and he's not, what the fuck? Okay, I am running into my favorite kind of problem. Oh, we want to change this to the div, that's why. Let's change that to the div instead and see if that fixes itself. I think that's the issue, is the thing that contains it's the issue. Yeah. So now, no. I'm gonna say, baby, I just want to make stuff right now. Yeah, no, that's not what I want either. The problem is, for position absolute to work, fuck, man, this particular CSS thing annoys the fuck out of me. With or without you, feel alive enough. Yeah, so this guy, I want him to stay in one spot. I hate to do this. Right now. Or does he need to be, like, outside of this? Would that fix himself? Nah, that leaves the same issue, I think. Yeah, it looks like it's the same issue regardless. Yeah. Well, let's see what Bing says, because I'm feeling pretty stupid right now. How do I get this? Always be in the middle, bottom of the screen, regardless of scroll, and this is in a grid. It's tearing up my heart. It's tearing up my heart. He missed the fucking instructions completely. So what this would do, I'll just show you and explain why he fucked up. So he didn't understand what I was asking. So if I do this and hit refresh, it's in the middle. It's technically doing what I wanted. That's not quite what I meant. I don't know why you changed the color too. All right, so let's make the bottom a little bit. Oh, bottom. I should use bottom instead of top. Okay, you win. You win. 1. I don't want it exactly at the bottom. I want it. Maybe we should make it taller. We'll shape the input and then we'll go from there. That's technically what I wanted. You win, robot. You win. CSS is hard, and I'm not good at it. All right, that'd be 1 rem, 1 rem, 1 reb. Width is 100%. Yeah, that's fine. All right, that's technically what I wanted. So okay, I wasn't thinking I was gonna get that result. I am going to have to make myself something to eat. I am actually hungry now. How wide do we want this? Let's do wide. 30 rem. Yeah, that's not. 60 height. Let's do 2.7 rem. I'm driving in a Cadillac. Padding left. 0.5 rem. I think that might be too much. No, that's perfect actually. All right. So we got padding. I guess bottom 0 is fine. We'll just. I do want to change that background though. I don't know that that fits with everything else. Var. We have a gray tint in here. That's closer to the theme, right? I don't know. I think the gray just doesn't work. Let's get rid of the. Let's hide the grid real quick. V8 sound. All right. That's okay. Does an accident wanna ride that impressive booty every day? 0.1 rem, I think. 2? 5? Okay. 0.25? I want it to be subtle, but not too subtle. 1's too much. So 0.6 maybe? Yeah. Border, solid, 0.1 rem, var, MC, thunder. That feels better. Maybe we make the background color that, instead of this gray tint, we make it the primary color? Let's see what that looks like real quick. That might be okay. MC. That feels more on theme, right? A little bit. And then we'll change this to the tint. Yeah, because then it's got like a subtle border, or do we want to go with like the primary dark maybe? Yeah, that feels nice, right? That feels like that's intentional almost. Driving down the Cadillac, and I don't want to give it back, And then I guess we add a, do you think we need a button here, or do you think just typing should be enough, right? Right? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I think hitting enter should be okay. Thanks, Travis. I haven't heard this one before. Sweet. Alright, so we got this here. It remembers what we said last time. Alright, cool. I think that's it for that. Maybe we do a, let's add an is active. I think it's active. Border bottom, solid, 0.2 rem, and let's just do it pink for now. So if we're in this box, nope. That's not the behavior. Oh, active is click. It's not selected. So what is that actually? That's not active then. It's, focused. I think it's focused. Yeah, it's focused. Alright. 0.1 rem. And then we'll make that, what colors do we have available at this point? We got, no, because we already have a border. Well, no, we don't have a border that's tinted, right? Alright, so that would need to be 1 rem, probably? It's way too subtle. Let's try 0.5? It may just not show up at all. There we go. So now you can see that we're talking in here. So now it's got a border on the bottom here. Yeah, that's probably not necessary. Yeah, that's not necessary. We'll just, kind of like it. Let's just make it a little bit more subtle. Yeah, that's fine. But at that point, yeah. It just kind of gets lost, but it's kind of subtle. I think it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let me warm up some food, because I'm dying. Actually, the AC just started, and I can't run the microwave and the AC at the same time. And the computer. They're all in the same circuit, unfortunately. So, we'll have to wait till the AC turns off, and then I'll rush over to get me some food. I thought I wasn't going to be hungry because I ate lunch, but I apparently am the hungry. Alright, and I can feel my blood sugar low. We should definitely make the text bigger down here, just to match everything else, too. I think that's 1.8 rem for everything. Yeah. Actually, for this one, it may not make sense, right? I guess that's fine. It's a little big. I don't know if we should allow text wrap in here. I don't know if it'll let me. It should be wrap, I think. Wrap? No, it doesn't. Yeah, that is an issue. I think this needs to grow. Looks broken to me. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with that. I guess we could technically make it a text area and then allow it to grow, but don't allow the user to change the size. Let's see. Text area, stop user from adjusting size. Alright, there you go. Leave that note for myself. Is the music okay, by the way? You don't think it's chasing anyone off, do you? Alright, so let's make that a text area. Let's make this a text area and see what happens. Text area. Okay, so it's a text area now. And then we want to add, what did they say? They said style equals resize none. Resize none. So by doing that, that should stop them from doing this. It did not. Alright, let's clear this out. Okay, so it adds a scroll. So now the next question, text area, grow with content. That's not what I looked for. That's not. I was hoping for something a little bit simpler than that there, Google. All right, let's see. 10 years ago, Jesus Christ. That's not what I'm looking for. I guess that's technically it, but that is not what I'm looking for. All right, so that's not what I'm looking. All right, let's find a less ancient version of that one. I don't like that. All right, put height to auto. So let's set that to auto. No, that didn't work. Oh, because I have height set here. Good job, Flame Wheel. I don't know why sometimes this doesn't refresh. All right, food. Gotta make food. All right, so let's try what he suggested with the div. Let's just see what happens if this is a div. All right, he said div. Fucking ass in the sky. There we go, and then true. All right, so let's try that and see what happens. I don't know. Oh, well, it's actually exactly the behavior I wanted. Okay. I love smart people, bro. That's just fucking cool. Just want to be with you. Okay, so background color is... what do we have available to us? We want to make it subtle. Might just make it white. Yeah, we'll just make it white. Fuck it. It'll be the only... We'll just make it look like an input. Fuck off! I don't like... Yeah, I don't like that this has a blue around it, and I'm not sure what's causing that. Wait, but why? Why did you... It, like, injected that? It's in the skull. It's, like, injecting that? Huh. That is not the behavior Flame Wheel was looking for? You know what I mean? This thing feels possessed. Or maybe it's the highlighted. Maybe that's just styling based on the fact that I had highlighted something. Maybe it's just auto doing stuff. It runs attitude. It's doing what I want. I'll live with that. It's fine. Alright. Food! Alright. I'm out. That's not what I wanted. Damn it. It's a spa, Flame Wheel. Don't do that. But. Alright. Look, you hit shuffle. Alright. Food's almost cool enough to eat, I think. Alright, so this expands and grows like we wanted it to, so I'm happy about that. It is interesting that it self-styles, so I guess that's the one trade-off is we've lost that control. But you know what? I'm okay with losing that control. Alright, I'm done nomming. A single breakfast burrito. Let's fucking go. So what did we say about the text box? The text box wants to be row 2, column 2, needs to span all the way to the bottom and all the way to, or 2 lanes. It's almost like we need to get rid of column... We may only need 3 columns, I think. I think that might just be the fix to this. So let's look at this again for the grid, right? If we get rid of... we'll get rid of these. We don't need these at the moment. We don't need these anymore. Alright. So if we get rid of one freedom unit here in the middle. The dream ties, so ties the dream. Now soak me in bleach, soak me in bleach. Alright, let me... Soak me in bleach. Huh. Is it just ignoring my inputs? It's ignoring my inputs, chat! Oh, fuck. Alright. So let's fix the HTML then, right? So we're essentially just gonna get rid of column 3. So anything that's named column 3, we just get rid of. Alright, let's see. Column 3? Alright, so we'll get rid of column 2s and column 3s that don't have anything in them. Alright, so then... There's fire on the floor every time you hit the club. Funny moves hypnotize me. I'm a drug, you're everything I want. This is why. Right here. This is why. So if we get rid of this... There we go. That got rid of column 4. Alright. So now we need him to be in... We just need him to move over 1 column. You're alone on the dance floor, baby. I turn the lights off. Huh. That's probably what's going on. There's some divness in here that's wrong. Huh. Okay, so let's go to the config div and see if we delete this element and see if it fixes itself. Alright, we can... This will also solve the weirdness that was going on. Just like me. I just saw that. Feels silly, man. Alright, so let's go up here. This thing says there's an extra div at the bottom of the config div. So right here, it's saying there's an extra div. Okay. There's not a floating div there anymore. Alright, so no floating divs there. There's one more floating div. No, that's the root. Alright, so root's good. Main grid is good. That's a div, that's a div, that's a div, that's a div. This can go. This is that whole container. This is the bottom container. Okay, cool. Maybe we fixed it and maybe prettier will work. Do you want to work? No, you do not. Whatever. Maybe that'll fix the fuckery. Or maybe we're still missing one thing. Well, let's just go through our HTML and see. Maybe it'll tell me. All right. So div 1, that's fine. Div 2 does not close. He doesn't have a close? All right. So this guy doesn't have a close. Where's your kiddo? He has a kid. It's right here. So he has a child, right? Well, goddamn! Deep down in the forest, resurrection awaits. May God have fucking mercy. Okay, so does this guy not have an end, or is this saying there's an extra end? No, that's part of him. God, I don't know, man. I don't know why this is fucked. Whatever. Let's get rid of the other things we had notes for. Okay. And let's get this state machine back where he belongs. So he should be in column 3. You deep down in the floor, here it is. Alright, so row 1, column 1 exists. So then that's not right. Yeah. Alright. Okay, have fun. Miss you already. Please look off the dead off your more reading list. Does that fix that? No. I wonder how many divs I would need to put in before it fixes itself. Okay, so it doesn't know. You suck on your words. Swallow this. Okay, I don't know what's wrong, and that's just frustrating. What may behoove me to do... Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to handle this being fucked like this. I gotta fix this. But let's get the goals put back where they belong first, and then we'll deal with that. All right, so let's see. So we got the main div, row 1, column 1. Oh, row 1, column 1 went too far. Did you see that? Yeah, he owns too much stuff. Yeah. So he doesn't close, essentially. Or is he closing the wrong spot? All right, so row 1's missing his div. All right, so this one ends after the submit button. Right, so that would be right here. So this would be a div. All right, that fixes that. Right, so now row 1 is its own div like it's supposed to be. And then row 4 is its own div like it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry. All right, row 2, column 2 is missing. And so is row 3, column 1. All right. I think that's right, actually. All right. All right, next step is he has his. The form has his. Good, 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 good. What's he part of? This? Form, div, the container, row 4. Okay, cool. All right. So row 1, column 4. Row 1, column 4 is all of his rows. And then grid column, he is grid column 3. There we go. So that's fixed. All right. And then these don't need to be like this anymore. In fact, I don't think a lot of those elements even exist anymore. This main prompt should be in this main grid. That's the... Okay, so this guy's not quite in the right spot. Money for love. Yeah, this guy should be inside of this div. He should be 1 up, I think. Yeah, he should still be in there, even if he's not. Oh yeah, the placeholder's gone. I don't like that. Can you do a placeholder at that point, though? Yeah, it's ignoring the placeholder, so that kind of sucks. Hear the sound that carries on. Let's see. So if we do that, I think you have to edit it though. So we need to add an on click event that basically empties this and makes the value nothing. So I got to keep that in mind. All right. So let's go back through this again. All right. All right. So row 2, column 1 can go. We do not need that. Or what is he? Column 2, row 1, column 2, or row 2, column 1. Now he can stay. And so can column 3, and then row 3, 1 can stay. And then we would need 3, column 1 can go. Row 3, column 1 can go. Yeah, row 3 is completely gone now. Yeah. All right. So this is being fucky today, by the way, and I don't like it. Oh, I know. I think the grid goes away if you're not. There we go. Anyways, so we now have our elements here. We have this guy, this guy. We got this guy and this guy. All right, and he is gonna eat up. All right, so we're gonna get rid of one of the rows now. In our CSS, we don't need that row anymore. So we'll get rid of a single row. All right, so we'll get rid of a row. All right, that's nicer. So then the chat box will just be this to here, essentially. So we can shrink this one to be whatever the state machine will look like. I think we'll wait till the state machine before we figure out how tall we want this to be. One thing I do want to change though, and I remember looking at it, the height of the grid container, right? We essentially we don't want the view height to be past here because now we've covered up everything underneath this checkbox. So we're gonna shrink this down. If it moves the prompt, then this isn't the spot to fix it, but we're gonna do 80 for now. Yeah, so see there how that moved up? All right, so 50. Oh yeah, that's not gonna change anything. Okay, yeah. All right, nice. All right, so you hesitate. I'm overthinking this. All right, we don't need to. What we need to do is this element here. This guy just needs. I lost it. It's gone. That thought's gone. A thief on the dam. You hesitate. Okay, that's not supposed to overflow like that. Alright, so let's do 55 maybe? That feels nice. Okay, then that leaves us plenty of space for the text widget. Most likely the text widget is going to have a padding of this, or probably the same as this, for the entire item in the grid. Probably be the best on that one. Alright, let's fix this guy so that his, so he doesn't scroll like that anymore. I think we disabled his height is what happened there. I think I put a note to, yeah, so we just commented it out here. There you go. So now he's got a scrolly, and then we'll just make his height, probably 90 now? No, not 90. 92? 95? 96? 96.5? Or are we gonna do 97? I think 97 is too much. Yeah. Let's do 96.6? No, too far. Yeah, that's it. 5? No. Oh, man. Oh, no, that's perfect. Okay, yeah, so that was the answer. So we want to make sure that this doesn't ever go below this. Oh, no, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, because I'll show you the thing that's going to bother me. So if we look here, there's just a slight, because of the border, there's just a slight difference there. All right, so let's make that 96.5 maybe. Life ain't giving me too many mornings. Couldn't get out of bed in the morning. Sleepers 12, but be awake for 12. I didn't say what was more important. All right, there we go. I think that's it. So just fine. It was okay. Sympathetic remarks. It was always in the dark. All right, that's fine. I don't mean to be rude, but I never walked a single day in my shoes. What it's like to be me. I don't like to know what it's like to be used. All right, cool. So now that's the right size. Yes, now he's a scroll. He's a scrolly boy. He's a scrolly boy. He's a scrolly. All right. So now we just need to fix this here. This component. I don't know. Do we just put a border around it and just have her text there? Or does it need to be a big block of white, I wonder? It's a tough one, isn't it? All my life I drown in adrenaline. Now my blood runs slow like a sedative. I wake up past noon and it's coming on. Lord, please help me up. Wanna lay down. Drown in adrenaline. Now my blood runs slow like a sedative. I wake up past noon and it's everything. Lord, please lift me up. I don't wanna lay down. I don't think that's the thing I copied. Copy? Paste? That is not it. I don't wanna lay down. I felt like I was already here. Alright, there we go. Advertise a little bit harder. I'm adulting. Don't say you're sorry, no. Say you're sorry, no. Yeah, I don't know how to make this thing happy. But pretty is working. I think we fixed it. No, we didn't fix it. Yeah, I need to fix my boilerplate. There you go. Now it's got a name. And we'll come up with an SVG later for her. I'm sure I can whip something up. Yeah, apparently my old boilerplate is garbage. So, who knew? Not this guy. Oh, this was fate. Alright, so what was next? Oh yeah, we're trying to build this widget, huh? Alright, so that is, what is his name right now? Row 2, column 2 is now gonna actually have a name. This will be the main chat results div. And then we'll just call it that for the class. Alright. So this one's the one that's gonna be more complex and may almost all be procedurally generated. But we'll make it look nice at least, so that when we get there, we can fill it up with chat bubbles. Yeah, because we'll have to figure out what those chat bubbles look like too. But let's just get the thing there first, and then we'll figure it out. Yeah. All right. No, we actually want row. All right, row 2, column 1 is fine. I want this needs to be, this is actually row 1, column 1. So we'll put that up here. Yeah, that would be here. So he was row 1, column 1. So let's make this row 1, column. All right, one sec. I think I only have the 1 now. All right, so those are now column 3, and then over here, this is column 3, and there is no row 1 or row 4, column 3 anymore. There is no. These don't exist anymore. This doesn't exist anymore. That's this. Column 1. These all still exist, except for 4. 4 doesn't exist anymore. That's not what I wanted. All right, motherfucker. Thank you for trying to help me. You are not helping. Row 1, column 1 exists. Row 1, column 2 does no longer exist. 4 doesn't exist anymore. Okay, that's a lot less styling going on now. And we have a lot less elements now, so that's helpful. Let me think. How would we do the chat widgets? But not be revived. We could probably do the div thing, where this div filled itself out. We could have a div that's basically column 2, and then a div that's column 1, and let's be a divide. And then these guys will just know to be in this one, and then your response will always be here? Or how does a text message normally look? We have a picture of a text message. Yeah, so your responses are here. Hers, wait. All right. The bot's gonna stop, or the avatar's gonna stop for a sec. What does that look like? My messages to the person are blue, and their messages back are gray. But we'll probably flip those colors. Yeah, we'll probably flip that. Siri, get off my phone. I don't know why she got called. Alright, yeah. So we'll probably swap these colors. Hyper, you're pretty and I like ya. Body girl all night long. Or every time you hit the club, your body moves, hypnotize me. Gotta love it. Yeah, so what you would essentially, I want that juice on your lips. Wanna know that it's true. Let's just make a template, and then we'll go from there. Because I think I have an idea how to do this, but this is one that's gonna be a little bit tougher. Alright. So essentially, I'm addicted to your smile. Dance for me. Let's give this a border real quick, just so I know. Put your hands up. And then grid row is 1 to -1. Me, then I'm living for you. Damn. Alright, yep, there we go. So these two do that. Perfect. Alright, cool. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Haiju? So what I'm thinking, let's give this a border. A border, solid, 0.25 rem like everything else, and then we'll just do var primary color. On the dance floor, baby. Turn around, y'all. Alright, so this is what we're working with, is this box here, essentially. And this probably will not be the border for this, because what's actually going to happen is padding, 0.5 rem, probably? Or what is the space, what are the padding on the inside of these guys? I want to taste! 0.7. We did before. Alright, so if we put something in there now, right? All night long. We'll just put this as a demo. We'll give this a meaningful name later. Text color. Let's make that white. Long. And then make it the same font size as everything else, which is 1.8 rem. Gotta love it. Yeah, so we have a couple of options. I don't think grid will work for this necessarily. We can do the same thing with the divs, where the divs auto grow. Like, that seems helpful. Did I not do a left face? I need to change the settings on my mouth. So I can smirk to the right. I can't smirk to the left. Whatever. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Especially you, Ghost Nappa. Feel so vindicated. Get scared when my eyes close. Nobody knows me, burn me out. If I fall into desire, can it hurt me? Hurt me. Alright. So we got high here. Let's make this a different color just so we know. Gold. Alright, let's make it a different color now just so we know that the widget, or what color the widget is we're playing with. Alright, so you can see the padding worked. So we have a couple of options here. We could do a bunch of spans. I guess in theory we could do a span. So essentially we just have another span. We're just gonna grab some pokey-ism. Ipsum. What do you know? Let's grab some pokey-ipsum in here. Burn me out. It froze. What is your issue? I am what I see. I do not understand what your malfunction is. Throw you. Alright, so then we do the same thing. We'll give this a class of high, but this will be high 2. We'll do high first just so we see it. So that's the problem right now, as you can see. Alright, so we'll call that high 2. So this needs to be wrapped in, or this div needs a display flex. Display, flex, and then flex direction is column. Yep. And then we'll do high 2, which for right now will just be identical to high 1, right? So there we go. High 1, high 2. High 2 will be a background color of var. Let's do primary gray for now. And then high will be a background color of the primary tint color. Growing up in the prison is nothing different than the famous house you're living in. Alright, so then these will need a margin bottom of 3.2 rem. Too much. Let's do 2.2. Okay, that's okay. And then padding right, or margin right, will be something meaningful. So it'll be like, let's do 10 rem. Yeah, so now that looks like it's off to the side. So then we'll do the same thing over here. Only instead of right, it'll be left. And then it'll have the same margin bottom as the other one, so you know it's on purpose. You're gonna bring me down. And then both of these need padding all around. 0.25 rem, maybe? Let's do 1 whole rem. Yeah, that feels spacey. Or spaced, a little bit more spaced out. Padding, 1 rem. Alright. That feels a little too... When it's busy, it's not too bad, but when there's nothing in there, it's a little icky. Let's do a min width on these, and let's just do 4 rem and see if that shrinks it. I guess width should just be 100%. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's just do 100%. 100%? No, we don't want 100%. All right. Yeah, we'll let it do that thing. Do we want it to look like a text message? So how would we do that? Alright. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. Alright, this looks like a question for the Bingy boy. See what he's got to say. Alright, let's see what he did. See what the robot put out. Let's see what that looks like. I don't think... Hey, he's tech. That's not, Oh, I do not like that it erases the message. Suffocate. A cleansing wave! Not sure every mistake. I sure dies. Time everything I said it's not. Think so? This is fine. I think he is mistaken. I don't think that is what just happened. Unless I did something wrong, but I doubt it. Then you go by all of your mistake. Alright, so in here, we got high here. And then there should be an after. Okay, so it's here. Right. Yeah, no, that didn't do any of the things he said it would. Okay, you failed me. You tried. Yeah, that's not quite what I was looking for. I do like this, though, so we are going to borrow that. That's appreciated. Suffocate! Let's see what it looks like if I destroy what he did. I do like the border radius, though. That was kind of nice. Border radius 1.5 rem, maybe? We'll suffocate if I no fucking drive. You suffer. Because of you, I will desert to a final fucking rise. I suffered. As years of you. So that kind of... Oh, there's the triangle. He's just not... you would need to fix that, you would have to make this position relative. Yep. And then absolute the top would need to be 1 rem, 2 rem. Yeah, 2? Okay, so he did do what I asked. I'll give him that. Okay, so he did not fail. Then left 0.2 rem, maybe? Bring a little hell. We'll have fun. Alright, so let's make that 0.5. That feels right. So then, there's a way. Let us. Does that look like a text box? Like a text message thingy thing? Clippy clip clip. Does that look right? Okay, it's a little bit more angular. And we can change the points. It's a level 8. Oh, there we go. All right, so that's where it would need to be. The triangle looks a little bit different. All right, so we need to change the border radius on this corner to be flat. Let's see. I think there's a setting per corner. All right, let's see if this works. Yep, that's what I was looking for. All right, so we just got to figure out which one needs to be 0. Not that one. How about you? Nope, it would be the last one. There we go. Yeah, so now that's got a square, so now it's squared up. So then we can make the left 0.3, 0.2. Actually, I can probably just make it 0. Yeah, and then the top will be 4.3 maybe? 2? Yep. And then be the same color as this. I'm gonna bring a little hell. That's a little big, maybe? That's kind of what it looks like, right? It's just kind of a little bit more to the... It's not 3. It's more like that. Yeah, it's more like that. There might be a little 2 left. All right, let's do 2. 1, 2, 1.5. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then that means the margin bottom needs to be a little bit larger. 3.2 maybe? Let's see, can we make you a little bit smaller? All right, that adjusts the size, so that's probably more what I'm looking for, but then that means this should be 3.5 maybe? Like that? I think that looks okay. I think that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so we'll just grab this, and then we'll do the exact same thing with this thing. So we'll do another one like this, only instead of 1, it'll be 2. And then, there it is. See it right here? And then we have to do the same thing with the other one. There we go. So now his triangle is listening. So the issue, I can already see it, right? Watch this. Here's a problem, and I can already tell it's going to be an issue. The triangle doesn't move with it. So that is not quite what I wanted. So let's try relative here. Yeah, okay. So then we do left, probably 0. Negative 15 rem, maybe? Yeah, okay. So 10, 12, 13. And then I think top can just be 0. Nope. 10. Right, but what happens if this shrinks again? Will this shrink too? Is the issue, right? So if I shrink this down, it did move, but you can see relatively it also is just doing whatever the fuck. So unfortunately, this isn't going to work unless it's inside of the span at the bottom. But these would need to like move, so this isn't gonna work, unfortunately. Oh well, it is fine. I think with the curves around the dealy deal, let's make one corner straight, and then maybe that'll give it the illusion, right? I think that's kind of the illusion we'd want to go for, right? We go like that and do it with this one as well, but we change it from this one to, I think it's probably this one. Nope. Probably this one. Yeah, there we go. So now that one looks like it's straight. So now we got straight edges where they talk, and then everything else is curved. That feels okay, right? Oh, so is it all just a mistake? Live in the arms of another. I wanna live the love you can't live without. The one that Johnny Cash wrote all his songs about. Gave it all away for no return. Guess that's just another price I'll never learn. Found myself through your hell. Tasty, tasty water. Tastes like fluorine. Hey, the earth will turn. Alright, so we got our widget. Let's see what it looks like full-sized. That feels like a message. Well, as close as I'm going to get. Can you do a negative radius? You know, let's find out. I don't fucking know. Alright, can I do a negative radius? So right now the radius is 0. What is -1? It just breaks. Okay, that wasn't the answer. All right, negatives are not an option. Okay, noted. Radius does not work that way. Who knew? Not the flame wheel. Flame wheel don't know shit. Not nothing. Ever. All right, so that's essentially what those need to look like. We'll get rid of the position relative because my other thing is so basically every other message. Let's see. So let's add another height below the one we just did. All right, let's add a high. Make it hugs. All right, and then if we do a span 2 or give my name. Nice. There we go. Yeah. So that's essentially what we would want. We want. Wait. We want a slight fade in, and I never remember that. I always forget. There's a limit to how many times I can talk to the AI, and I don't fucking remember, man. Yeah, there. Oh, we're not using keyframes? Okay, that's fine. Because I want it to fade in, but I want it to fade in quicker, and I want it to show the typing at the same time. Because that's an issue I have with the Jippities right now, is it just kind of fades in while it's typing, and you get to miss all the typing. And I think the typing's fun. It's the anticipation. It builds. The other thing is I set it to type slower, so then the bot can do more shit in the background, and it'll just look like she's typing slightly slower. I'll never sleep again! Alright, so for these fade-ins, we're gonna add... we'll put the fade-in at the bottom above the delete me. Alright, that is not how that works. This thing used to tell me... There you go! There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright. I don't care that opacity doesn't work. Alright. So we just do this. So basically, as these spawn, they'll fade in one time. So if we do this, and hit save, you'll see them fade in like that. I like that, but we're gonna make this a lot faster. Yeah, I want it to go quickly. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we'll do that up here too. And then they'll just kind of slowly fade in as they appear on the screen, and then they'll not do it again. I think that'll feel nice. That's what I want. That is the behavior I'm looking for. All right, so if we look at the full app right now, maybe the margin should shrink just a tiny bit, but I think I'm gonna leave that alone for now, and we might play with it after we get everything automated. Anyways, all right, so we got the chat going down here. We got this, we got a state machine. All right, so I can already see, let me add this to the to-dos. I can already see one of the locks we're gonna need. This thing needs to lock. The chat box needs to lock again. This guy right here, he needs to lock. He needs to lock, or you can't submit multiple messages. It'll lock it. So you won't get this response here until after you get a return out of the API call. You made a deal with the devil in a bloodbath. There's price on your head. Feel the contract. Automatic. Systematic, we want our pound of flesh, and we slice thick. Kill 'em all, no successors. They strip and oppress the oppressors. They strip as you strip through the carnage. We want our pound of flesh, and we'll take it. You fucking fascists! You fucking pigs. Back as we collapse, packaged up and sold for scraps. They paid the butcher's tax and tried to stop. It's hard to stop the bleeding, hung from hooks, barely breathing. And we'll break down the wall again. It's only sorry substance that you've been through. You're as fake as the life that you lie through. Nobody's buying what you sell. In the land of the free, you're a slave to your wealth. Oh! You fucking fascists! Die, you fucking pigs! This is the consequence of opulence! Sit back as we collapse, had to fight over scraps. They auction off our backs to pay the crowd. But from the war, hard to stop the bleeding, hung from hooks, barely breathing. And we'll break down the wall again, break down the wall. One mutilation under God. God on the cross, devil in the nails. What you gonna buy with all your money in hell? God is a crutch, devil in the nails. What you gonna buy with all your money in hell? Back as we collapse, packaged up and sold for scraps. We'll auction off our backs to pay the grind. Eye for an eye! Your inventions, all we've got is cruel intentions. Alright, Alright, we need a lock for... we need a lock for, sending messages. Nice. A chew bag, like a rack. Luxuries. Actually, it's not a locking for sending. It's locking. It is a queuing system for sending messages. Because we got to do stuff. So if you want to send a lot of messages in rapid succession, the bot will grab those and take them, and the server will respond with a 200 that is succeeded. But it's not going to give you a you'll get your response, or you'll get your response to your message when the bot is done typing to you. Chew up. Cut you up, cut your teeth from your nails, cut you beg like a rat for your luxuries. Cut you up, rip the teeth from your mouth. You won't survive in the slaughterhouse! Fuck! Oh, did I toggle her eyes? Oh, I haven't showed this off yet. I didn't realize I had done this. I forgot. She has, other eye color. I don't remember how to toggle it back off, though. I'm sure we'll hit the button again. It'll be fine. Let me figure that out real quick. My friends, let's take it out of here. I should probably, like, leave me a list of instructions. She has a bunch of toggles I just don't ever use. Shift Q. Everything I am. Alright, so that is Shift Q. I don't know when I used Q. When did I use Q, chat? I don't know. Say the host of my friends. Let's fix her a little bit. We'll zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. I'm not just standing in the void typing, I guess. My friends. He's like his son of the... I am... Alright, so we've got the text widget set up. Now we just need to actually, essentially what we'll need to do is every time that... So the user's gonna send, and when their message hits the queue, then it'll send a message up to the browser to tell them, hey, here's the message that we processed, and then that'll appear on the screen. And then after that fires, then as the bot types, the bot's typing will be in there. Yeah. It'd be over oceans where my lover lives. Dear God, that don't exist. I am Dur. The only issue I can see is like knowing... Oh yeah, so on the SSE we send messages when she's typing, and then when she completes typing and unlocks the lock, that will send a message through that saves what she typed solidly in the text box. Yeah. Or something like that. We'll figure it out. I am Dur. I hear their voices in my head. I see their source in my skin. There's a source of his sucking land. See the ghost of my friends. Alright, cool. Alright, so we got our text message widget. Now we just need to... We probably need to shrink the padding, or we probably need to add margins around it so that the border's inset a little bit, and then get rid of the border, I assume. Because we might just end up with a border like this. I feel like that maybe this section doesn't need a border. Maybe it just needs a different background. Let's explore a different background. Let's try a different background for that and see if that helps. I want it just to be slightly differentiated from the screen, but subtly. I don't want it to be too much different. And that is main chat results here. So background color. Currently the background color is primary dark. If we change it to primary gray, we would need to change this to a different color. What color would this be if primary gray? I guess it'd be primary darker then, right? I'm not. Alright, what other colors do I got in here? Gray tint's probably too light. Yeah, gray tint is too light. We would have to change the text to black. Yeah, I've been on this. The broken, the ashes lift me up. Alright, business stuff. I think that looks okay. I think that works. Lift me up above this, the broken, the empty. Lift me up and help me. Let me double check that for her. I'm gonna change history, enlighten the world. See somebody see through my eyes. Jet bagged, Haley has a heart attack. The ugliest knife. Can't convince me to change. We ain't on the same page. Well, I had my fill, now there's nothing but rage. Cause there's nothing to say. That all you got? Because I ain't got all day. Don't be taken, I won't be chosen, I won't be beaten down. Nani? Okay, real quick, Travis. Does that look okay, or does this look weird because it's a different color? Ignore the gold border. We're gonna get rid of that. Actually, let's just hide that real quick. And help me to fly away. Lift me up a moment. Yeah, so we're going for dark mode, but I'm wondering, does this particular widget being gray feel okay? I guess is the question I'm asking. Like, does this feel like it kind of stands out, or do you think maybe I should get like a slightly different color of the darker dark mode? I guess is the question I now have for myself. I won't be tortured. I won't be beaten down. I have the answer. I take the pressure. I turn it all around. Lift me up above this, the flames and the ashes. Lift me up and help me to fly away. Lift me up above this, the flames and the ashes. Alright, so maybe we just want to give this thing a little bit more margin, I think, and then we'll be good. Alright, so this guy needs a margin. Let's see what this looks like if we do that. So if we do margin, let's just do 0.2, or we'll just do something huge just to see it do the thing. Alright, cool. We only want that left and right. We do not want that, I think we can do it this way. Rem, 0, rem, 0, rem. Alright, so that's top. So we don't want to adjust top. And this is right. We do want right. That is probably left. That is not left. Huh. Oh, that's probably bottom, but bottom has this bullshit, so it really doesn't matter. So we do want a margin on the bottom. Let's try 10. There we go. One man take. Wait till these songs tonight. All right, 6.5. Well, long time no see. How are you doing, Codex? How are you doing? 6, 5, 4.7, 4.8, 9, 5. Am I editing the wrong setting? Or maybe I'm going too subtle with it. 3, yeah, 4, 4.8, 7, 6. Morning. Oh, not the knee surgery. Yeah, I'm gonna walk with a limp my whole life too. I get it. I don't know why this isn't. Oh, because I'm trying to go down, not up. Come on, Flamewell. 4.5. It looks like. All right, then we want overflow. Y would be scroll. Would be auto. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, I. How long ago did I leave the military now? It would have been almost 6 years now. No, almost 5. We're just over 5 years now since I left. We don't want 3. We want this to be like 2. I'm doing good. Yeah, I joined in 2019. No, I got out in 2019. I joined in 2010. 1.2? Yeah. I'm a military contractor now, though, so. We want padding at the top. We do not want a margin at the top. We probably want the same distance these are. Or to take a guess, that's probably the one we want to go with. Yeah, so we want a padding. We'll do the same thing here. Oh, when I was in the army, I was a ComSec repairer. What I do now is I'm building like analytics for radio repairs. So I'm doing like web dev for tools to help people keep track of maintenance on ComSec equipment. That's the wrong one, I think. I don't know what this is padding. That's probably padding the bottom. So we probably don't want to mess with that one. I think the top. I never understand. 5. All right, that's the top. So these are all padded, but 3.5. So let's 3.5 plus 0.7, 4.2 maybe. Let's do 3. 2.5. I think it looks okay. But I was in 94 Lima, and then they got rid of us, and then I was in 94 Echo. we probably want a tiny bit more padding on the sides too. Yeah, so let's just do 2.5 around the whole thing and see how that looks. I think that looks okay. But let's that's fair. All right, so then we want 0 and 0. All right, yeah. So these will do 0.7 rem because that's what they were originally. Let's do 1 maybe or 1.2. Let's see. Delete that. If the world somehow. All right, cool. The margin on this side is a different size. Damn it, flame wheel. Oh, I don't need that. Don't need that. I've lost windows. Yeah, so you can see here the margin on this side is different. I love CSS. It's magic. I swear. Yeah, okay. So one of these 2.5s is supposed to swap. Let's make this 0. All right, so that's the one that needs fixed. Yes, false deceivers falling deeper again. All right, so this one's the bottom. I almost guarantee it, right? Yeah. All right, so that's bottom. The padding on bottom we'll just make 5, because it needs to end here anyways. One thing we'll have to make sure we do, and this will be something I just have to remember. Oh, it's not quite. This is gonna bother me. Let me just. You can see here, there's a little bit of a separation, just a tiny bit. All that I can get. All right. So which one is that one? So it goes top, left, bottom, right. I'd have done top, left, right, bottom, but I'm decades too late to fix that. We got the moves. We got the moves. And everybody's like, oh, fuck yeah. Let's do it again. The moves. And everybody's like, yesterday we drank too much. Let's do it again. There we go. Let's try 4. Does 4 have a gap? Young, we're free. Yeah, so that has has 1. And then if we make that 4.5, is it still? But it's got the addicted to the. So yeah, again we. Yesterday we drank too much. Let's do it again. We got there we go. Now we got no gap. Perfect. Yeah, that feels nice. I like that. I'm happy with that. Sipping on booze on a silent beach. Yeah, so during the plague, the internet slowly got worse and worse where I used to live, to the point where I couldn't use it. And then I moved, and then I spent a year working on this 3D model and her little AI. And then I was like, oh, I should probably stream again. And I streamed a few times, and yeah. And then I started again for real. ETH. This is my second day of trying to go for real. But decided I wanted to do something a little bit different. Because I want to continue developing her, but if I'm streaming, I don't have time. Unless I do it on stream. So she does have a little AI, but it lags the machine up a lot. So part of the reason we're doing this is to like improve her without having her running. And then we'll end up what we'll end up doing is just kind of steadily improving her behind the scenes, essentially on stream. Because this is like a mini project to make her smarter, or give her the ability to have a memory. And then part of it'll be fixing her text to speech. She has a really fast text to speech, and then she has something that converts her voiceover. We need to figure out how to fix the converting the voiceover, because that eats up a lot of GPU, and I think it's like half my problems with her performance with OBS. So we want to try and fix that, essentially. Oh, don't fall off the table, Water. I need you, and I need you to not be on the floor. All right. I think we're done with the UI. I think it's time to actually do JavaScript. The fun is about to begin. We all get to suffer together. I'm so excited to suffer. Somebody help. Nah, it'll be fine. This gives us an opportunity, though. Let's go through one more time. Go through all our HTML one more time. Make sure we don't have anything excessive. We're gonna need some listeners, because we have some widgets that we want to use in the view. We want to link this one and this one together. And then we want to do that for all these sliders. So basically, if you change this number, this should adjust itself. Lock me up! Throw away the key. All right, so yeah, we're going to deal with this. The most important thing we're going to need to listen to is probably going to be this widget here. We're probably going to have to listen to him a lot, and he'll be procedurally generated. What's that? That's sort of dice. It's also dice. 2, 4, dice. Give me the world and I will be so sad. And that's another thing we could do is we could add some reactive elements to, or reactive elements. We could add some reactive CSS so that we can adjust the sizes and shit for the boxes based on the screen size. But I don't think it'll be necessary for now. We'll probably revisit later, like as a. We'll add that onto the to-do list, just at the bottom. Let's be. Yeah. So essentially, we'll use media queries to clean this up later. Down and take my last breath. Let me far away. Yeah, I don't know where we will put the clearing button. I'm just going over through the goals just in case I missed something on this front page real quick. Let's see. State machine. Oh, that doesn't go in state machine then. That just goes in UI, I think. Where's UI? Hold my head underwater. Oh, no, that's his UI. UI's right here. All right, so that'll just go here. There you go. Now he's in the right spot. Clear mission, logging, reactive CSS. Not sure what to do with the state machine up here yet. Most likely we'll pass in variables and then we'll have just the long-term and short-term memory. See if we can't get those arrays built up in here and looking all nice. Want to see her type. Kind of resemble a text message. I can argue that this kind of resembles a text message, so I'm going to mark that off as done. I think it's called strike through? Strike through, right? S? Alright, it says I can just do S. So let's just slash that off. Oh, that has never come easy. Be a mind reader. Alright, so kind of resemble a text message. We're gonna mark that as struck through. Motherfucker. We'll just mark that as strike through, because we've completed that. And then basically when this element gets a new render, it'll need to overflow to the bottom. So you can see here it's got a slash through it now. So the same thing with this guy. And then I'm gonna add a note about behavior. So prompt sticky at the bottom, that's done. Yeah. So, and then message widget should grow, but typing user prompt should be sticky. Yep, definitely have that going on. So that's done. Slash that one out. Let's see. We gotta figure out the typing thing, which I kind of already know how to do. We'll call those slashed out for now. I do want to add another thing in here. What was the thing? There was one other thing. What was the thing? What was the thing, Flamewheel? Oh, yeah. So essentially what I want to have happen is every time she sends a message, I want it to scroll to the bottom. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. So, on update, response, component, scrolls to the bottom. We'll put a question mark there. It might get annoying, so we may just leave that out, but I think it would be better to just kind of scroll the bottom if she's typing, like, well, I guess if you were scrolled up and she's typing, I guess it doesn't fucking matter, right? The control Q? No, it's Alt Q. No, Shift Q? When am I pressing Q? Whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we'll have it scroll to the bottom, maybe? We might not. We'll set the default to scroll to the bottom first in the code, and then if it gets annoying, we'll not do that. You stay with me. While I'm thinking about it, let me grab this real quick. While I'm thinking about it and we're in a transition period, let us open the contract drawer. No, we'll do the git commit bullshit real quick. So that going forward, we actually have a git for that. Once I remember what folder this is in. All right. Memory learning. There we go. All right. So let's go boop. And then we'll do a new git bash here. Git, I think it's a knit. Yep. Git, is it tech M? Or git add period. No, it's git period, right? No. I don't fucking remember. Way, turn around. I'm trying to remember how to stage, and I don't fucking remember. Is it just git add? Yeah, it's git add period. Why did you not accept that? Oh, alright. Stop. Please stop. Thank you. Alright. First, for us, before we do that, I'm gonna hide this real quick. I need a git ignore. I missed a step. Every time. Where is my git ignore? Let me just copy that one. Yeah. All right, let's try that again, shall we? All right, let's double check this guy. Let's see, that gets rid of, hopefully that fixes all the other bullshit that we just witnessed. This doesn't have any folders we're ignoring other than node modules. This might work. All right, so copy of package git ignore will be replaced by control LF next time git touches it. So I need to go one up? I don't want to go one up though. LF will be replaced by CRLF. I don't think I fucking care. I don't care. Get status, I think. Alright, let's fucking do it, I guess. And all for you, and was contemplating. I think it's git commit tech M, which is main tree. No, I did that backwards. Git tech M? Nope. Fucking hate you. Initial build. I hate you. Alright, I remember what I did wrong. Alright, are you happy? Git status. On master branch, we are clean. Alright, cool. So from now on, we can just go over here. Nothing mommy issues. I always forget until I need to set up a project how to do fucking git. I don't know. I think that's all of us though. Whatever. We do git, we'll publish that probably in private later. I'm not going to deal with it right now because I think I'm going to move this folder. So I don't want to set up something and then have to get keys and all that bullshit. So let's just hope the hard drive doesn't crash in the next 3 weeks or whatever. Be fine. I hope. I jinxed myself, didn't I? All right. Every fucking time. When Bates' mom is gone and going on, chase her off the shower too long. I'm in love with Jason's mom. All right, so I think we have UI done. So it's time to pivot to the things we're gonna need keys for. So let's start with this guy. I don't fucking know. Let's look. Sorry, business stuff. Doing business things. I mean, if how does it want to kind of saps? Yeah. You say so. You, baby. I just want to make it stop right now. All right. Model's gonna freeze for a sec, and my life worth. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. When we are apart, I feel it too. Without you, I said you feel alive. You're dreaming of. I don't know the words for that portion. Maybe there's something to you, baby. I just want to make a song right now. Gonna spend my life with. Stirring up my heart when I'm with you. When we are apart, I feel it too. Alright, sorry. Life stuff. Without you, too. For what I do, I feel this. Without you. I should probably just boot up Discord and respond there instead of using my phone. I think I will just do that. Damn it, Flamewheel. Tearing up my heart. I can adult. I'm a professional, right? Question mark? No, Flamewheel, you're not. Not a pro. Not even close. Upon a feeling too. Matter what I do or feel or say. With or without you. And I'm with you. You're a part of feeling too. No matter what I do, I feel the pain. With or without you. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so let's start with the configuration widget. So we're gonna have... Oh, we gotta have the fun now. Alright, so we're gonna start... So we got our main controller here. We're gonna probably do this module style because it's easier. Needs names, pass you around, print defaults. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna need module to control behaviors of the configuration. These when you're all alone. How can I defeat this. All right, so we're gonna inspect these real quick and grab their IDs. Because we want to basically hook these two things together, because currently these two things are not hooked together. So that's what we're doing now. I'm just seeing you in my sleep. All right, so we're gonna grab the IDs of all these widgets. So we got a temp slider, and then we have a temp slider L, and then we have a seed slider L, and their input. All right, let's fix the naming of these things here. Let's have them match everything else. Right, so this should be temp slider L, like this. So that's that. All right. I tried to do everything to save us. I don't know why it's unhappy now, but I don't fucking care. All right, anyways, so change that to temp slider, and then this is input for the ID. Yeah. Trying to everything to save us, but is it even enough? Alright, and then this will be temp range. Temp range. I should just call that temperature, because I'm gonna confuse myself. Yeah, let's just do that. Because I call variables that are gonna get deleted temp. So let's just fix that so I don't fuck myself up later. Yeah, temperature and temperature. Alright. So now let's grab all our IDs. So we got temp L slider, and then we have the input, and then we have the seed slider and the seed input, and then we have the top K slider and its input. Then we have the top range K slider L and his input, and then we have the repeat slider L, and then we have the repeat slider inputs. And that appears to be that entire widget. All right, cool. And then we have a submit button, so let's just grab his ID too. All right, cool. So now we have our variables for that module. All right, I don't want to do this. I guess we'll make a file for each widget, I think. Yeah. Wait, how would I set that up? Other day. Init. We'll just make an init here, and it'll just call the file. All right, cool. And then this will just call init at the end. Lowercase. All right. Or we might do an init for each piece. It's fine. All right. Copy, paste, rename. It's gonna be the configuration component controller. It's probably a little bit long for a name, but it'll be fine. All right. What's up, guy? All right, so, damn it. Hit Alt again, hit Control Copy. All right. So now we have all these bad boys. Alt Shift L, Alt Shift I. Then we select them all. Alt Shift I. Home. Document. Query selector. Hashtag. And. Voila. Huzzah. Cool. Let's fucking go. So now we have to figure out how we want to deal with this problem. All right, so we got our listener now. So the issue we have is essentially we want the two values to these things to be linked. But that means we have to have an onChange for both of these. And they need to talk to each other, which could then trigger another onChange. So we would need to have an onChange unless we change the element, maybe? Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be fine. Well, no, if we just set the onChange for them to match values, I think it won't matter. I don't think it'll keep calling itself. If I'm beyond the start line. Alright. Well, whatever. So, let's do temperature slider L, dot add event listener. I think it's change. And then, comma, a function that does a thing. Let's add E in here. And then we'll just do CL e.target.value. All right. And then in controller, for what we're about to do, this is about to nullify use strict, import. Oh, yeah. Okay, my idea isn't going to work. All right. Okay, we'll just do this a different way. We'll just do it this way. I was going to import, but if this thing's going to be independent of itself, it's not going to run. So what we're going to do is essentially do this. So as long as it runs after controller, it should be fine. I was just going to import them in and out, but it looks like for what I'm doing, that won't be necessary. because I'm just adding a bunch of event listeners. All right. Console. Syntax error. Cannot use an import statement. Outside a module. Yeah. I got you. Use strict. All right. We'll deal with that later. You can just basically put at the bottom here, there's something, I don't remember what it is. You can either change this to MJS or you can change this to module down here and switch it. I don't generally do stuff in raw JavaScript without Vite, but I wanted to try. And I don't need to, the front end isn't going to be doing enough that I'm going to need to worry about that. We will have to import the model. So when that happens, that's where we'll have to address that problem. All right, so we added an event listener on the temperature slider L. So in theory, you can see here it changed, right? So now what we can do, since that one changed, we can now change this guy here, right? We can change his value to match. So here, basically we would do temperature range input L here, right? I don't know if I can change the value directly. Let's try. Dot value equals e dot target dot value. All right, let's see if that does that. I don't think it will. Oh, it did. Okay, cool. So you can see here now we're changing the temperature and it's changing this index box to be what we want it to be. Now we have to do it vice versa though, because we have to do it the other way too. All right, so now that we know we can do that, we do the exact same thing, only now we're gonna do it the other way around. So basically this guy is gonna go up here and this guy's gonna go here. Yeah, so we go like that. And then if we do the same thing here, if I up this, you can see it moves. Oh no, okay. Yeah, because of the way the increment's set on the bar. All right, so we'll need to play with that, and we need to change that HTML. So that is the thing we do have to pay attention to, is these need to have the matching values. So if we go here, we'll change this step to 0.1. Let's make sure we're in the same section. I want to make sure I'm not messing with something else. All right, so steps are 0.1 here, 0.1 here. The value is 0.7 for both of these. All right, so now when we reload, if I adjust this, we're going by 0.1. I don't know if the temperature can be more exact than 0.1, but I'm not going to fight with it. I'm just going to leave it be. So you can see here now we can just change the numbers. So that was the initial goal. So now we just got to do that for all of those. So let's go through here real quick and make sure that they all match each other. Because that'll be an issue if we don't resolve that now. I wish this would format itself properly. That would be lovely. It's not going to, though. All right. Anyways, so let's do the next container. So this next container, value is 0, step is 1, max is 42, 0, range 0, 0, 42, 1, value is 1. I use seed 0, I'm pretty sure. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing with these two. If it all backed up against the wall. Luckily, we can probably just do this. Yeah, so we do that twice. Or no, let's do the inverse, because that will make my life less confusing. All right, there we go. All right, so this is I can read it. I'm gonna know. Temperature setting. Let's just leave me notes just in case. I don't confuse myself. All right, so this would be seed. All right, so now we're gonna take these two. Control copy, fix that one, and then this would be the opposite. So we'll just paste that up here. That one goes here. This one goes here. We can't have undeclared variables outside. It'll yell at us. So now if we adjust seed, we can see seed adjusting itself. Yee, we're doing stuff. We have UI now. All right, so now we just got to do that for all of them. All right, so let's do the next section. England, it's begun. All right. So we just did seed range. Now we got to do top K. All right. So then that one goes here. This one goes here. And then these go up here because they need to swap. Reason to breathe. Feels like my heart's going numb. All right. And so then we got seed settings here. And this is top K. Top L. Good job, Flame. You fool. So how's your guys' day going? Are you guys having a good day? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day. I'm having a blast. All right. Next one is top P, which I don't know. I don't know what K or P do, but we're going to play with these a bunch. So, all right. We will play with these a bunch to see if we can't get different results, so that we can see if maybe my choices were less than good. Are you winning, son? Sometimes. Some days. Some days I'm not. Does him shit now. Fuck your decisions. I shall throw them out. It's just they didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you all. I don't want you back. Said it don't mean shit now. This I'll throw them out. Alright, so let's make sure top P works. Okay, we're gonna need to play with this one, I think. No, okay, so this may be the same issue where I think I have more precision than I am allowed. Temperature, I'm not too worried about. But this one, it's probably fine. Fuck it. I know repeat is 1, so. Alright. I'm sorry, with me. Alright, so then let's adjust the slider. Oh, no, top P. Okay, no, that's fine. Alright. The sliders are a little wonky, like I probably wouldn't use them in reality, I just think they look cool. I'll probably just adjust the numbers myself, right? You know what I mean? I'll probably do that, but it looks cool, so that's what we're doing. I don't want you back. The other plus side, though, is that now, because of the way the UI is set up for the other robot, right, for her actual dashboard, minus the temperature widget, I can just I can throw all this HTML into hers and just make it run with just this controller. So that's the other thing, is this is an improvement to the other UI without having to do as much. I smirked. You can't see my hands because I didn't bother to fix them. All right. True bad. All right, so then this last one is repeat penalty. What I said doesn't mean shit now. Penalty. That's all. All right, so let's grab those. You back. Fuck what I said. It don't mean shit now. I just will throw them out. They didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you all. I don't want you back. Said it don't mean shit now. Never will throw them out. They didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you all. I don't want you back. Alright. So that should do repeat now. Yeah. I don't think... No, I think repeat penalty had a limit of 0. I'm pretty sure you can go into the 0 with repeat penalty. Come here. Let's see. We'll have to let that cook for a second. Alright, let's look. There's another sign. There's a sign right. You're corrupted. Yeah, so the default's 0.8, so that can go to the zeros, so we need to adjust that. Alright, let's do that. Knife in the belly of the monster. Back the fuck up, back the fuck up. Like the system and try to fuck up. You're a puppet while I pull your strings. I don't come calling back your order. Destroying castles in the sky, Kingslayer. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's hot. Alright, cool. So now we got working these thingy things. Congrats, we have done like the most basic JavaScript we can do. Perfect. Alright, so now this gets fun because the submit button, we're gonna pull him out of this widget. We do not want the submit button in here. We want it in the main controller. But all the listeners are here. Another world system failure. And I'm not gonna pass this up to the other controller. That's too much work. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to figure out how imports work now, aren't we? Back the fuck up. Like the system and draft the fuck up. You're a puppet when you pull the strings. So come crawling back. You're on your... we'll call this function... post... configuration... update. I guess this will just be a... Yeah, whatever, it's a post. Data... CL... Ring castles in the sky... config... update... data. Alright, cool. So we want to export... function that. Alright. So then at the top of this guy... And this is the thing I wish C++ did. Alright. Import... what is this function? This function is called... It fail! Yeah! Alright. JS, and then at that point, I think it gets angry. This should be where it gets angry. Let's find out, though. It should yell at me in the console. That what you fucking want? Is that what you fucking need? You motherfucking shirt. I don't remember. HTML, JavaScript, module. I always forget. Because I got the brains of A gummy bear. Black Temple hallucinates. Can you tell me how it goes into the HTMLs, please? Nope. Penetrate! Come on. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that doesn't work. Alright. You can only use import and export statements inside modules, not regular scripts. An error will be thrown if the script does not have the type of module. Right, but then you don't actually show a... This is my annoyance. It shows this and doesn't actually fucking show what that looks like. It just says it'll throw an error, but then it doesn't have an example. It just has this, so if you don't scroll up, you don't know the examples above it. Arcane existence. Years washed away. Yeah, so that's just this then, huh? See, the console's not mad anymore. Doesn't mean this will work, but the console's not angry. And then we'll just do that to this one too, because this one's gonna do the same thing at some point. I'm going to do that. So we do async deferred so that the page can load, but we want this one to always load after this one, so we just put it lower on the page. For some kind of relief, I'd do anything. I'd do anything. Alright, so essentially now when we press submit, we're gonna want to capture all these things. The downside is because these are, well, I guess, okay, so we already have them. As long as these are above the submit button, this function should work. Alright, so function, submit, button, or let's just call it handle submit. That's fine. That's React enough. Let's do it that way. Handle submit. We're then gonna do post configuration update. We're gonna have to map this, actually. So how am I gonna do this? Alright. Inventing in awake. Temple hallucinate. I've been forced into the depths of agony. Roasting like the light in the hallway. I'd do anything. Temperature. Anything. Let's new config equal a data object, and then you're gonna get angry at me because all of these don't have semicolons. We only need the inputs, we don't need the sliders, because the slider value doesn't matter. So it's essentially this dot value. I think it'll work. I don't remember. Alright, so let's get rid of all the sliders, we don't need them. Can you solve again? Alright, and then we'll have this be supposed to be feel likes nothing more, nothing good. So the one thing I'm not sure on is what this thing needs to be shaped like. That is one thing I'm not sure on yet. We may just want it to be shaped as close as possible to her actual parameter settings. Just to make it easier when we pass everything around, it's just all the same, we don't have to map it. But we'll figure that out. This is repeat penalty. Me up on the inside. Alright, so in theory, we should be able to get all the values out of those widgets, but I don't remember if you have to use element or if you can just use the query selector. I think you can just use the query selector, but I don't remember. So then we go post configuration update. It requires an update, and we just pass in new config. Alright, so if I hit submit in the console, not working. Oh, yeah, dumbass. I didn't actually do anything. Alright. So we want to add, before we do that, e.prevent default. This disables the posting mechanism that goes on in here. So where we have all this bullshit up here, we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, so we actually need to add a listener to this button. We skipped that step. I think it's just called click, though, so that shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so it should just be... Let's put him down here. Add event listener. I think it's just click, comma, handle, submit, and pass in E. Alright, E is not defined, so that goes E, Haha! Huzzah! We've passed it to the model. Good job, Flame Wheel. What's up, bitch? Fuck you! Bing! So there's coward. So now if we change the settings and then hit submit, you'll see in the config, we now have these new settings. 0.5, 0.4, 24, 439. I'm gonna capitalize repeat failure. Repeat. Yeah, let's capitalize repeat failure. Get this far. Like that. I guess these are all motherfucker. Let's just lowercase these. I said my muscle into bone. Doesn't satisfy. So we hit submit. We're not getting bullshit up here anymore. Let's clear out this bullshit just so you can see it. White noise. Alright. Hit submit. You can see we don't have garbage up here anymore. And then we have all the stuff that we just did. Repeat penalty is 0.3. Seed is 21. Temperature is 0.6. Seed is 21. Top K is 10. And obviously, if we wanted these to actually be numbers instead of this, what you would do is go through these of the ruts. So since these decided they wanted to be strings, what you can do to make this not a string is you got two options. You can either do parse int, which I think is a little bit safer, but I don't know if it's any more performant. So now if we hit submit again, they're now actual fucking numbers. But I think int is a whole number. It won't do floats. So these would have to be, it's not parse int at that point. It's parse, I think it's float. Yeah, parse float, something close. But for this particular instance, we'll probably pass them as strings. Because they end up going in as strings into the process module regardless, so it really doesn't matter. But I'd rather not have the inaccuracy of a float if I set the numbers myself manually. I'd rather them not float. But that's just the way you can do it if you want to actually get numbers out in instead of strings. In this case, we don't care. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's step one. Step two is we would necessarily have to pass the configuration back on load, but we'll add that as a pathway when the SSE starts. The first message it'll send down is the configuration. So we'll just reset the configuration to the default like this, and then it'll update itself after the SSE fires. From the pain, from the damage you create. Be afraid, there's a reason no one's take. It's starting to kill you. It's starting to bleed you dry again! Anyways, so that's that. I thought that was gonna be harder. I am too used to React. That would have been harder. Or easier? Huh? Jason makes me toughless, so reckless. Bury me but coat my senses. From the pain, from the damage you create. Be afraid, there's a reason no one stays. Alright, let's, so that's cool. I don't know how to demo that for the Twitters, but again! Sacrifice myself. Alright, so this configuration widget works. One day, I've erased. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. We still have half an hour yet, before I would want to book off, though. So, what I've done, refers. God give me an escape. Alright. Breathe the pain from the damage you create. There's a reason no one stays. Alright, so we now have this working, so that's good. Let's, do I have a note in the index for that actually working? Fuck! We'll say that we have the config, or we got the, let's see. Should be in UI, maybe. Or maybe I didn't actually put it down. I think I just kind of knew. And yeah. I'm going to skip this song. I really like it. However, I don't know that Twitch would like it. Alright, we'll just play that one. Alright. This might be the weirdest song on the playlist when you think about it. It doesn't match any of the other songs. Into my face. Alright. Let's see. Project goals. Little liar, what's you gonna say? That you love me. Technically, we have the config post, but we don't actually have that in the server. So, I'm gonna call that as not done. What you gonna say? That you love me. Man, to my face. Yeah. Okay, so, I don't want to start the server necessarily today, but I guess we can touch it while we're here. we can at least get it. We can at least get the data into the server. All right. So models posting. Fuck, I don't remember. God damn it. Anyway, while you're sleeping, in the wake in the weekend. All right, let me pull up my previous work because I can't do this from memory. I've only done it once. Unfortunately, I cannot do it from memory. I normally got that goldfish memory too, so it's not really helpful. I mean that you love me, lying to my face. Should be the client. Public. Nope. A little liar, but you gonna stay. Oh, that's it? Damn it, Flame Wheel. It was simple. I'm just so incensed with myself. Lover was a snake. So you pass in your URL here, and then we check to see if it's an array, and then we convert it to a data object. And then we pass it in. So we can only ever take single entries into the database. We can't take a bunch. So very important that I discovered. The client browser will only hit the server 5 times without a response before it stops attempting to post to the server. So you have to send a response out of the server when you do that. All right, so this is just a super generic function because Flamewheel knows him some generic functions. All right. This is the insanity sucked by insanity side. Oh good, I got new friends. Yeah, so we can literally just pass this straight in. We would just need to provide the URL. But I would rather URL be buried in here. I would rather the function just be called with data and then the model handle the actual routing to the server, I think. Because it's not, you can't see it, I don't think, on the server. So if we go to the console here, or the, I guess, not trying to obfuscate things, but let's look at, oh, fuck off. I don't want your injected script, I want my script. So if we click on this right here, can you show me? Thank you. You can see here, it doesn't show model.model is not in the, is not on this page. You can see it's not here. I don't even think you can get to it, which is kind of the ideal. So we kind of want to obfuscate some things if we were going that way. I don't think I can actually get in here. I can. I lied. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, so I can't actually get to this, I don't think. Let's find out, shall we? We might be able to, because it is technically on the public server. Let's find out. Can I get to this? Okay, so we can just get to this. It's just more difficult, but I like the separation of concerns. I don't mind the model having the model and the, I don't mind the controller having the control and the view. What I do not like is having the model, controller, and the view all together. I don't like that at all. Let me get all this out of here. I can't save this. I can't take this anymore. Alright, so I guess it doesn't matter, but I would rather have the path built in the model. I think, for me, that's just a preference thing, so we're just gonna do that. So we're gonna remove the URL here, and then basically, we can essentially, Bunny's gonna save us. See, this is our fate now. Yeah, so we're gonna remove the URL here, and then this will handle the URL itself. In here, depending on which version of this they call. So in this case, we're exporting this. We're not going to export this one, right? This is how. Where do I use URL? So URL is here. So this guy still needs URL in him, but we're not gonna export him anymore. So he'll be hidden in here. So then when we do the configuration here, configuration is going to call what it needs. Shake that booty higher as you design. Glass, it's burger time. Alright, so then we're gonna call express post. We have our data. Hey girl, are you ready to dine? I do not remember what the URL needs to look like either. Fucking all night. I think we have to set up our own endpoints in the server. And if we look in the server, the only endpoint we have right now is the directory. So I think, okay, here we go. So we got a .get here. So let's do a .post, app.post. The endpoint will be /configuration. And then that guy gets the same res thing, and then we don't return anything. So in here, what we would do basically is essentially res dot, I think it's send 200. and then we'll CL request. So I think, like I said, we're going off memory, and I haven't done this in a while. So we should essentially send back a 200 if we get something. So now we just need a route that says configuration. But I don't know if this is good enough or if I need like something more. We'll find out in a second. Let's just find out. Let's see if this works. My face. It probably won't. Maybe I love you, but I can't deny. It's probably gonna throw an error. Yeah, because it can't see this. We need to go to localhost 3000. Burgers and fries. Let's just go there. Is the server on, I guess? The server is not on. It would not have worked had it worked. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so if I hit post. Unexpected token of okay is not valid JSON. Oh, it's status. Alright, so in the server, this should be res.status. Alright, let's try that. There we go. So you can see here, we sent the URL of data. We sent data, and the server got it here and crashed. No, it didn't crash. It got everything. So we want to look at rec.body. Config body. So now we have to pay attention to two things. All right, refresh. So we hit submit, and then here in data, we got that. And then in the server here, you can see here we got the config body with the temperature, the seed, all the stuff that we're looking for from that. Let's go. We're good to go. Now, you wouldn't always send a response of 200 or a status like that. And then ultimately, what you would want to do, I'm just going to put a note here so we know. Essentially, we would return, and this might just be copying SharePoint. I don't know if this is standard practice, but in SharePoint, when you send a API call and it succeeds, it sends you back the entry inside the database. Now, this won't save to a database or anything, but I would like to send back the request. Just so the server knows that it got it, or the server saw it, and it returned something. So let's see if I can just do that. Res.send, and then we're just going to send back data, semicolon, request body. Judgment. So this should just get the response and then process it. I think this guy here will return data out. He'll log it if there's an error, and then otherwise he'll log the data it gets back. So if we hit submit now, oh no, it's not. No, I'm gonna say it is a certain. Why did you crash? Oh, I know why you crashed. I did not do this correctly. All right. So if I hit submit, now we'll get it bounced back, and now we got to bounce back with a response from the server here. And then you can see here the server got it, and then it responded back with the data that it uploaded. So that is the behavior I would actually want. Even if you're not console logging it, it's helpful. And what you had sent, so there's one other thing you would want to do in here. You'd want to wrap this in a try catch, and then if it crashes, if it fails, you return a bad status. You'd also want to do data validation to make sure the user only gave you what you were looking for. Essentially, right? Because you don't want this to crash. Like you saw, the whole app crashed. That is not a behavior we want for the user to ever experience. The client can crash. The server should never crash. You know what I mean? Because then anybody using the server's fucked, not just the person hooking into it. So you'd want to put a bunch of error handling in all of this stuff. Yeah, and from previous discussions from last time, don't do this. This right here, don't fucking do this. It's a bad idea. I'm just using it because if I'm not on localhost 3000, it'll fuck around and I'll find out. So if I'm using live server, so if we go back to live server in here and I hit submit, it can't see it. So I would have to tell it the actual path. But this is one of those where this error is not handled properly. Wait, it's right down in the gutter. You tip her every day. Pray for another. Don't turn and walk away, motherfucker. Do you feel the power? For you feel the pain. The only reason I'm not running this one All right, so we can consider configuration post working, right? Would we argue we just not storing it? So we would need to figure out a way to store it. More pain. Most likely this will need to be written into like a JSON file. Build. That sounds like me fail. Reborn. Cold steel. Transhaul with the back against the wall. So that'll be something we'll figure out next week. Is how to, or not next week, tomorrow. We'll figure out how to write files. And see if we can't. I think it's just FS. I'm gonna check the documentation first before I try it. So that we can just basically write the configuration to its own file. If the file, and we're not appending either. We're just writing over. Weakness devoured. So then we can also add the app.po or app.get slash configuration, and instead of this, it'll basically send up. So when the web page inits, it calls gets to get the config, and then it'll fill in the config for us in the config file. And then anytime we change settings, it'll permanently be saved as the thing. And then we may also have a backup that just is the defaults, just in case. But we'll visit that when we get there. Yeah, because we want to. Yeah, so we have finished. We want to. So let's add a note of what we want to do here. So bitch way down in the gutter. So we want to put error handling first, because if we don't do that, it's fucked. Data validation, which we probably don't need to do, but we'll do it for good practices. On res, respond back. Yeah, so we probably don't actually. So we don't want to respond until we write the file. So we don't want to respond until we write the config. Yeah, so we'll basically write the config, read the file to make sure the file has what we want it to have, and then send it back. So we don't want to spread until we write the config, and then read the config, read the file, and pass it back, right? That's essentially what we want to have happen. So now if I hover over this, it's not going to have it because this is a server. But so now we know that we're going to do error handling, data validation on the response. If the response is good, we're going to try and write. And then we're not actually going to give a response back to the clients until we successfully write it. Because if we fail to write it, we should still send back an error, right? We should still send back, hey, this is fucked. I'm sorry. I couldn't handle it. Yeet. I don't want to lay down, so come and get me fucked back up. Oh, alright. So that'll be good for that, and then that'll finish off the post. And then we can do the get. In silence, safe and sound, our story now. Toward away, it's been erased. It's all gone horribly wrong. It's like I'm frozen in time. Oh, if it's coursing through my veins. Me day's the same. Is my heart still bleeding? Don't know if my heart is worth saving. All my life I drown in adrenaline. Now my blood runs slow like a sedative. I wake up past noon and it's settling. No one please let me up. I don't wanna lay down. Alright, so let's look through let's check our goals one more time and see if we missed anything. Alright, so we were working on config post. So that might be something to add to the state machine too, is did we get the config or not? That should be in UI, right? State machine. Oh, nope. Copy, not cut, flame wheel. We want got configs. There you go. That'll be our first state machine variable. Did we get our config back? Anyways. I think I am done. Actually, let's do this real quick. We can do this one real quick. What is his ID? Here's what we're gonna do. So this is something I want to do real quick. We'll put this in the controller. We don't need init yet. Let's do. Okay, these are modules now, so by default they are strict. We want const main prompt input equals document dot query selector hashtag main prompt, and then we want to add an event listener. So main prompt input dot event listener. So this is going to have 2 event listeners, but the first one we're going to handle is click. On click, we don't need E, but on click what we want to do is basically change the value of this to equal nothing. We want nothing in here. So you see how we have please chat as a placeholder? If I click, I want this to clear itself out. It didn't do it though. So I think that might not be focus, or maybe it's focus. Oh, it's not gonna work because fuck you. This doesn't refresh. All right, so let's try on click again. Oh, because this isn't an input, it's not gonna work that way because it needs to be a span. Well, let's see if a span will work. Let's see. All right, so let's change this from being editable to just a container. So we'll just change this to a span. All right, so let's change this to a span. See if it has the same behavior. Okay, so a span still grows the same way. No, it doesn't. We gotta check. Okay, that sucks. Does a span span? A span continues to span. Okay, cool. We can take editable content out. But I should still be able to add an event listener. So hashtag main prompt. It's probably not called click. Yeah, I don't use event listeners anymore. I forget. I forgot. Add event listener. All right, what are my types? Okay, so click is a function. This may not have a value. Maybe that's the issue. Do you have a value? A simulation. It doesn't have a value. Okay, that's not ideal. All right, so that doesn't have a value. What does it have then? E dot inner HTML. That maybe. Nope. So this would be one of those where you would need to, all right, get or document dot get element by ID. ID is the same thing, and then let's main prompt element equal document dot get main prompt, and then we're gonna cl main prompt elements dot inner HTML. Cannot read property of null, reading inner HTML. And this even give me the thing I want. Oh, I'm out. Time out. And then dot inner HTML. Will you say that? There we go. Okay, so at that point we can do main element dot inner HTML equals empty string. So now when we click this, it goes away. Let's make it 1 space. Oh, did I delete him? Yeah, I nuked him from orbit. Okay, that is not the, I think it's inner text maybe? Let's try dot inner text. Nope. Oh, a dream. Hey. Okay, so yeah, that's, okay, so that's picky. I think a space isn't good enough though. What is that? A NSPB? Yeah, nope. Or maybe, okay, so here's what we should do. We should set on that span, right? We should set a minimum height. I think we'll fix that. I hope it'll fix that. So that's gonna be a CSS thing. Let's do, where are you? Main prompt input, min height 3 rem. Let's see if it grows. Okay, so it did grow. So I'm gonna do 2.7, and then let's get rid of that response in the controller. So let's just make that empty. All right, so now if I click this, it doesn't poof anymore, but I cannot type anymore. Okay, so that's an issue. So then add event listener, change, the dying day, my life's been changing. E.target.value, will that work? I don't think it will. Yeah, it just loses the ability to be editable. All right, or is that because I got rid of, true? Oh, that was it. Okay, I'm just silly. I'm just a silly little guy. Oh, it's a silly little guy. Just a silly little guy. Okay, cool. All right, so we probably don't need this on change event then. Yeah, we probably don't need this is probably on key or on change, and then we could check key, I guess. I don't think we need to actually do this stuff though. CLE.key. Only the road will know. Then if we look here, all right, so it's not seeing a change. Oh, it's e.target.key. Only the road will know. Nope, it is not. I don't even think it can see the target. Okay, yeah. So unchanged isn't working with that for some reason. Okay, so this is the downside of a span, I guess. Yeah, okay, so that's an issue. That we'll have to visit tomorrow. So let's add a note for tomorrow. We'll put it at the very top. Placeholder. Fix me. One key, enter. Yeah, we'll have to look at that because I don't know. Because I want it to grow. I want it to grow automatically. So that might be something to research too. So I need to research tomorrow how to write a document create a document and or write to it. And then I need to figure out how to make a component that grows as you add letters and shit. Which at this point we're in JavaScript, so maybe JavaScript is the answer. I'm to play, motherfucker. All right, let's see who's streaming. I am tired. It'll do the AC. Chill or smooth. All right. I am glad you enjoyed yourself. All right. I've been watching her. She's super cute. So go say hi, and we'll figure out the shit that's broken tomorrow. Yeet. Okay, boy.